Think I'm live. Hello, Zen Friends. Welcome to a special Sunday afternoon session where if I don't finish all the readings in my morning session, I do come back on to finish everything out. So this morning session, I did complete all donations, didn't get to any free readings then. So I'm coming back on to finish out all of the free readings in this session. So I will be completing those. After I'm done, I will pin a posted comment, right? That's what it is, with all the names and the timestamps. So you can click on that and go directly to your reading when we do that. There's no chat in the session. I'm not taking any new questions. This is all a follow up to finish up or a makeup, not really a follow up, but makeup to complete everything out in that from that morning session. I'll be back on Thursday, right? Yeah, Thursday. I'm on Thursday, Friday, Saturday nights from 6 to 9 p.m. Mountain Time, and then Saturday and Sunday mornings from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. So I'll be there if you want a personal reading. They're all on sale now. All that information's down in the comments down below in the description box of the video. What else? I think that's it. So we will jump into those. I do have one donation that I'm going to complete first, and then we'll dive into all the free readings. So we will get started here. Up first, we do have Johanna at 2 minutes even. So we'll put that in here. I don't have a chat, so I just note them for next time. So thank you for your donation via Z PayPal. And I appreciate that. I love you're so funny. You crack me up. You crack me up. So thank you for all your donations today. I really appreciate those. All right. So Johanna Jojo, just for confirmation, right, has already found a replacement. Let's take a look here and see if was there a replacement before already, or have they since found one? So, well, first of all, let's see, was there someone already? Just curiosity for clarity. And then, uh, is there a replacement? And then anything else I want you to know here. All right. Do feel like those two. All right. I like the bottom of the deck is your fairy godmother telling you, remember your dream come true, the 9 of Cups. Oh, and the star card here as well. Both of these are your dream, your dream, your dream. And underneath that, the hermit. They're like, just a reminder that you are hermiting in a way, no serious long term relationships, and for the sake of the dream. So I like that. They start off with that. Okay. Was there someone before? No, the sun card energy here, your bright light, who could compare to that anyway? You're that bright sunshine. So there wasn't anybody while you guys were together. Is there a replacement now? No, we got the Hermit card for them too. Next to that is the Six of Pentacles. There's this equal giving and receiving energy. I feel like they are going to be looking, for something to fill that piece of them up, which of course we know won't feel complete because if they're not complete on the inside, they won't, feel complete on the outside either, right? So I don't feel like there's a replacement yet. Yeah, they have the Fool card. There's this new beginning energy, free of expectations, a world full of possibilities. And that's the energy just for you in general. That wasn't to answer any of those questions, but this is what else they want you to know about, this interaction. That, there is this, what is best for you in your adventure right now towards your dream is this: no intentions, no expectations, just enjoying the adventures as you go upon it. Yeah, you've got this 8 of Pentacles, which is the movement forward, putting in the blood, the sweat, the tears, doing the work. But the Knight of Wands is this, it is a bit of a quest of stepping into your power and your energy. And that's all these stepping stones are going to be that you'll have until you find that that one that we talked about that you'll find in the future. But you're going to be um, more or less single, not in a committed relationship kind of energy for a little bit. You might commit, but it's not gonna be long term, right? You're like, "That was a good weekend." No, I'm just kidding. The good old day, not days, the good old days, the good old week. Actually dated someone for a week. That was about how long their relationships tended to last. And we talked about it because they were like, "Yeah, the good old week." That's my norm, and then we're like, "Oh, well, we won't expect it to last that long then," and it didn't. But we've got the, 8 of swords and the 7 of wands. A big piece of the stepping stones that you have is all that mirror reflection, seeing those mindsets that don't serve you anymore, and the 7 of wands is about, being true to your authentic self, like the sun card. You shine bright, you are able to be yourself, not dim your light, not ask permission to shine, not, you know, um go in that feeling like I have to explain myself or defend myself. But it is this feeling I'm in a bubble of self love, man. And I like that. I like this energy of discovery, and that most of your energy is invested toward sharing your heart with the world through song and acting and whatever artistic way and creative way that you're wanting to do that. So I love that for you. Hopefully that confirms your intuition. Let's see what actually I know this is the one. Um there's only 3 of these cards left and I'm just going to give them all to you. So, the first one that really stood out is adventure. And here is that full card. It's like stepping off onto this adventure. Adventure is the path to new worlds, and then you had gratitude. It's also you're learning here about be grateful for every moment. Keep a heart of gratitude. Focus on what you enjoy. You'll get more of that. If you focus on what is not happening, you get more of that. And then your last one is cleansing. Cleanse your mind and spirit. Remove negative energy. So there is that energy of those um, around just life and your relationship as well. So hopefully that resonates. That's what they have for you, my dear. Thank you again for your additional donation. And cheers to you. I'm going to have some of my little hot coffee here and I put on my big shirt over my other shirt because I had a chill. It wasn't like spirits coming around. It's just cold outside. So it's like a little colder here, I guess, in the basement. So, all right. So that's it for the donations. Thank you guys again so much for your patience and getting to all your readings and for all the thumbs up. It does help spread the Zen love. I appreciate the little love token by doing that. And you're part of the love tsunami, helping spread the love throughout the world. So thank you. Thank you. All right, everybody. I said I have probably like 20, 25 free readings, and I will pin a posted uh, comment after the session ends with all the timestamps. So I will keep track of those as we are going. So, Ateshi Singh, you are the first free reading up. Right. Keep on wanting to grab it and copy and paste it, but I don't have a chat. All right. So, how will SSP react when he sees your posts? All right, let's take a look here. How will SSP react? Okay, anything else? All right, thank you. Yeah, we have the 9 of Swords, which is the Nightmare and Insomnia card. What post are you putting up, Ateshi? And we have the King of Wands and the 7 of Pentacles. But they're slow to react and slow to respond to things with these coming in here too. So, there is this little bit of this energy here. Pardon me, that um, that because the King of Wands is a bit more calmer and they don't react like a Knight of Wands does. Knight of Wands is like, reaction. This is more I take time to respond to things. So I feel like how will they respond? Slowly. But the Nine of Swords is a more a reactionary kind of energy. I don't feel like they're going to respond to it like you think they would because the Nine of Swords is like almost to the end of expectations. Ten of Swords is I don't care what people think. I'm going to respond the way I want to. The Nine of Swords is virtually almost there. It's another ending energy. They're just exhausted trying to please people. So I feel like it's going to be more of a it's unexpected. It's like it's almost like I don't want to say bland, but it's kind of like, oh, you know, like you know how like when you like blah blah blah, you pour out your heart and someone goes, "Oh, that's nice." And you're like, "That's it?" That's why I feel like there's this disappointment energy of I I posted something expecting a different type of response and I got this eh kind of response, and it took a long time for it to appear too. So something's going on with them. They're just kind of feeling this. I don't feel it's directed specifically at you either. It just feels like that's their energy that's going on with them right now. They're just kind of in a I don't care what people think and I'm just exhausted kind of feel kind of energy. So hopefully that makes sense. That's what's coming in right now for you, Teshi. And then we got Eagle. You are up. And you're like a general for the upcoming week. Let's see. What else do they want you to know about this upcoming week here? Okay. Got these two here. You got the Six of Cups and the Page of Cups. So there's a bit of emotional energy that's coming up this week. What's interesting is that we just went into the Mercury retrograde today, and the Six of Cups um, energy can be about someone returning from the past. Doesn't have to be romantic, but it is emotional. And with the Page of Cups, it's a heightened kind of emotion. So this doesn't feel like a, oh God, look who's back across my path. This feels more like a, "Oh my gosh, hey, where you been?" It doesn't have to be romantic, it can be a cousin coming back from out of city, out of state, or out of the nation or something, or an old friend bumping into someone. But there it is an energy of someone returning back from the past, but it's a positive Page of Cups is a heightened, happy energy, not a, "Oh crap" energy. So be on the lookout for that. I feel like they will come across your path in one way or another. Um, what you do with it is up to you. It's not, I don't feel like it's a fated relationship or anything like huge that comes in, but it's an important event that I want you to know because what is it? What is this that this is bringing in for you? I mean, it makes you happy. It makes you smile. It makes you excited. Um, but I don't feel like it's like someone that you're gonna reconnect with and stay connected with on a daily basis kind of thing. It's like, "Oh my gosh, you're back. I'm just visiting," kind of thing. It's not like they're back permanently, whoever, because I feel like it's someone that left town and is back visiting, but then they'll be off again as well. So you're like, "That was good." Memories and warm, fuzzy feelings that they bring back up. So hopefully that helps. That's what they have for you there. So many blessings to you, Eagle. Right. Brenda Globy, you are up. And you want to know, will KTH and AS be happy when together? All right, let's take a look here. Based on current energies, will they be happy when together? Okay, this one here. I don't know. There you go, that's your answer. Yeah, the 4 of Cups and the Hanged Man. Like, I don't know. Well, the 4 of Cups, you can see how bored they are with the norm here. The 3 cups, and the Ace of Cups is the offering of self-love, but I do see with the Hanged Man, that is an energy of seeing things differently, transformational type of energy that comes in. That's why I'm like, well, it feels like it starts off just kind of like, "Meh." It's not, "Whoa," or "Whoa." It's, "Yeah, hey." Because it feels a bit guarded, it feels a bit, um expecting just things to be like any other type of meeting someone energy or being with someone energy. It's just like, yeah, this is meeting expectations. But what I like is the Hanged Man. It's about transformation, like I said, and um, clarity comes in. We start seeing things from a different perspective. And it's kind of like it would be like an energy. And I don't know if this is them meeting for the first time or not or whatever, but it does feel like, when you meet someone or you start to get to know someone and you kind of just put them in a box, right? You just kind of put them in this, um, oh, this is the type of person they are. And okay, this is what I expect. So it's like, "Bah, okay, here we go." And then you start talking to someone and you're like, oh, that, I didn't expect that. All right. And then like, what? Whoa. Huh. So they start off kinda like, but then it ends up being intriguing where you're like, "You don't fit in this box I put you in." So it becomes more interesting, it becomes more, enjoyable and outside of the expectations, outside of the box that they were going to put it in. So I feel like they're both kinda pleasantly surprised that, "Oh, you're not the like those other people I thought you were gonna be like, you are different." So it seems like that would be eventually a yes, if that makes sense. All right, so that's what they have for you, Brenda. Many blessings to you. All right, Swaroop Bobby, you are up, and you'd like a financial read. All right, let's see here. What does Spirit want you to know about finances here? Okay, got that in this one here. All right. Well, it's slow, steady progression with finances with the Knight of Pentacles, which the Knight of Pentacles is kind of like the Temperance card in a way that it's like things are moving. They're just not moving like fast, 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 fast yet. But then you have the Page of Wands, which is an energy of then things speed up. There is action, and this has a lot to do with your energy, the Page of Wands. You have the Ace of Wands that you're throwing your power in the air. And so the slowness gives you an opportunity to really realize, what am I focusing on? Am I focusing on the gratitude for the abundance I have? Or am I focusing on lower vibrational want and need? Energy, like I don't have what I'm needing. I want more. That's an energy of non-gratitude, because gratitude is being grateful for what I have right now and have had. I'm so grateful, sincerely. That opens me up to receive more and I attract more. When I'm like, well, yeah, I got this, but I want $1 million. I want to win Powerball. I've got to, I need to, I want to. And there's that kind of energy around it. That's what pushes abundance further away. But the Page of Wands says, whatever you focus your energy on, when you raise your love vibration, focusing on gratitude, that speeds things up. It makes things come in faster and bigger. Whereas when we're focusing on lack, it pushes things away and shrinks. Right. So I feel like that's what they're wanting you to know here. The energy of right now is that it is coming in slowly and steadily, but you can change that as well. So hopefully that makes sense. That's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. All right. Last chapter. I think that's Minu. You're up next. A general for you, please. So, general reading. Let's see what we've got here. What does Spirit have for you right now? Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Well, you have the Knight of Cups. So that could be it's movement of emotions. That could be romance. Let's see here. You got the Five of Cups, another change of emotional energy coming in, and the Leo Strength card energy. Stepping into this courage with your higher self, really joining together with your human and your higher self coming together here. Power of choice energy that comes in with the Five of Cups. Normally they're crying over the three spilt cups, and behind them are the two cups of the power of choice, power of emotional choice, which is I get to choose what anything means. And there's no right or wrong emotion, there's just different emotions with different experiences and different outcomes. And when we're experiencing lower vibrational, when we're done, we come down here to experience them, so there's nothing wrong with them. It's what draws us to this amusement park full of fear rides. But when we are tired of feeling a certain way, we're the only ones that can choose differently. There's always a higher vibration choice and a lower vibration choice, like a menu of lower vibration emotions and a menu of higher vibration emotions. And of course, they bring us different tastes, different experiences, and whatever you're ready for is what you will choose until you're ready to choose differently. But you have the courage and the strength to move through this. So I do feel like there is this like right now in your life, I do feel like you're at a point of I'm tired of feeling the same old way. And it could be with a particular person or particular situation, like why do relationships always end up sucking, or why do I feel this way when this happens? I'm like, I'm tired of feeling that way. I'm going to choose to feel different. I'm going to laugh instead of get angry, um, or flip someone off that pulled in front of me in front of the car, even if it's a ha 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 laugh, just to put you in a silly mood to make you laugh. Then you do that, but you can change that. You initiate the emotional change because no one can make you feel any way, and you can't make anyone feel a certain way. The outside world just is until it gets into our little storyteller in our heart, and we choose the story, we choose the emotional soundtrack to go with the story, and then we roll with that experience until we're done, and then we're ready to choose something else. So that is what they have for you, my dear. Many blessings. All right. Then we have Amber DeWitt. Hello, Amber. Happy, happy holidays to you, and you'd like a general read. Absolutely. You have an upcoming appointment with an oncologist. All right. Life stress is at its finest, right? I get you. I've been on a medical health journey myself since around this time last year, because it was in November that I went, and high blood pressure and on the pre-diabetic and all sorts of other fun little things. Sleep apnea. I now have a CPAP mask. It's a wonderful adventure, and fear definitely. I know, I understand it can come up, and that's one of the things. Even with my host, since I've been here for 4 years, she's been on a wonderful medical adventure, and one of the things we've learned, which can resonate or not for you, is when people give you results or you see results of things, it's just information. It's just information, and what I do with it is up to me, you know? So, the stories we put to things, "Oh, this result means this." Does it? Does it have to? No. No, that's usually this means this for most people. My host, if there's ever like, well, 2% of people this, she would be that generally. Like this medication only impacts 2% of the people. She'll get it. We're like, okay, we need to try something different because that impacted her. And that just shows you that it's like this is an average. Usually this is what we've experienced. It's not, they don't have the handbook for life and handbook of these human bodies going, oh yeah, this means this. They're like, usually it's meant this, but one of the things I've learned probably over the last decade and with taking my mom to appointments, taking my last host I stayed with for a couple years or a year and a half. We ended up going to the emergency room for a variety of things. The more you learn and the more you visit hospitals, the more you realize it's more they're trying to find out what something's not, just to rule out stuff because they don't know what's going on. So just know it's just information, and on that, it's you we get to decide what it means, right? So, yeah, I like this for you here. Yeah, the Justice card. There's this balancing energy that comes in with this, and it's about the Justice card with this Ace of Swords. Oops, sorry, that she has the scales on. Excuse me, is like there is this energy of seeing things from a higher perspective, from spirit, from a place of unconditional love, enjoying laughter and eternity versus the small t truths rooted in fear, which is all the lies of human knowledge, which again, we only can judge things by our past and by history, but we don't know if that's really true. We just know this is what people are saying. Okay, thank you for the information, right? And you have the Queen of Pentacles. It's an abundance energy. It's a positive energy. It's a Mother Nature, Mother Nurture energy that you're going to get through whatever comes through. And uh, a lot of what comes through is taking steps to nurture and de-stress your body and question the fears and go, yeah, what are we afraid of, right? I know whenever I get riled up with anything, or even with my host, and we will, um, like, we're either going to get through this moment or we're not. And in either case, we're going to be fine because I'll either get through it and I'll be fine, or I won't get through it and I'll be dead. And I'll be even more than fine because I won't be limited by this human experience. We did come down here and I'll be here as long as I want. But when it's over, I'm not going to cry over it. I don't think any humans do. We're like, wow, what an adventure that was. We learned so much and it was wow, but that's good. I'm glad that we experienced it. But, so I feel like there's that energy coming in. And hopefully that helps, Amber. That's what they got for you. All right. So many blessings to you. All right. And then we have amused. You are up. So amused. What is up with you and Ivan? What does he feel about you and his next actions? All right, let's take a look here. All right. So based on current energies, we do have the Hanged Man. This is transformation. This is trying to see things differently. And their feelings, I feel like they're trying to understand it. And even this looks like there's like this little uh, emotional kind of whirlpool down there. And they're sticking their hand out in there going, let me see what these emotions are. They're trying to understand it. They're trying to get a kind of direction on what is these emotions, what is happening here. And so I feel like they're in that process of more like discovery. Yeah, and even the King of Swords rolls over the suit of communication and thinking, and um, they get a second portion of swords that all the kings do. So they're very much in their head, overthinking, thinking a lot around things, not feeling, but thinking a lot about their feelings and about things. So a lot of thoughts. I feel like the next actions is going to be just more communication because it's like they're trying to see things differently. They're trying to seek clarity, trying to understand. So I feel like they're more observing, gathering information, gathering data so that they can make a decision later, but it doesn't feel like they've made any kind of big, you know, um, decisions with all that energy there. So I know, but whenever there's slowness, it gives us the opportunity to really have a lot of thinking around our own emotions, our own thoughts, what's going on inside of us. Because slowness happens to release us or give us the chance to release things that don't serve us anymore, especially old mindsets, expectations, thoughts, beliefs, mindsets that make us feel limited and bound and trapped and restricted and small. And they sound like the expectations of, oh, this should or supposed to, needs to, has to, must. It feels restrictive and binding instead of freeing. And when things slow down and things are going slow, it's giving us the opportunity to also let go of those thoughts and beliefs that don't serve us anymore. They might have protected us when we were younger and small, but we don't need them anymore. So that's what they got there for you. Amused. So many blessings to you. Right. Debbie O, you are up next. So, Debbie O, what does spirit want you to know? All right, let's take a look here. What does spirit want you to know? All right. So, wow. You are so much more gifted in spiritual gifts than you can imagine. You've got the Queen of Wands and the High Priestess. Both of these very powerful, of course, High Priestess. She's the High Priestess of the mighty temple. She can connect with spirit, psychically. She has the ability to step back, see what's going on behind the scenes. She has the ability to dive deep into emotions to understand what's going on at the emotional level, obviously. And then Queen of Wands, she's got that magic energy of the wands, but all the queens get a second portion, again, of water behind the scenes. So she's got a great ability to connect with the spirit world and also empathic abilities. So both of these cards are screaming about your spiritual gifts and your abilities. And I think that's what spirit is wanting you to know, is that you're more gifted than even you think you could be. You have capacity to go into any area and understand it and connect with it. Just some things might come easier to you, other things might take a little more effort and clearing away things, but they're like you have such amazing spiritual gifts. And one of the big ones, of course, is your empathic abilities, which you're already very well aware of. But there's so much more. And with that, the Queen of Wands too coming in, that, you have access to them to ask them for anything. Ask them for clarity, for signs, and they're behind you. They'll give you synchronicities like repeating numbers and different things, repeating names, things happening out in the outside world. And you're like, whoa, because that's them going, hey, kind of clearing their throat. Just let you know they're behind you. Because sometimes we get so involved in like earth and our physical adventures, we forget that spirit is there along with us. It's like someone very quiet in the back seat. And we're like, oh God, I forgot you were back there, So they remind us that they're there and remind us that they are here for us and that they want to help us. Nothing's too small, nothing's too large to ask. So I feel like that is what they want you to know right now, Debbie O. So many blessings to you. All right. Now, Sheesh, you are up. And you want to know, will you have a chance to move to a different country? All right, we'll take a look here. Cheers and take a quick sip here. So, will you have, based on current energies, thank you, will you have a chance to move to a new country? Yeah, you definitely have possibilities here because you've got the magician, which is the master manifester, the one that can make things happen. And you also have the 10 of Wands, which is another Wands active possibility energy. And so when there's a world of possibilities and the kind of energy that I'm getting with these cards, it means that, yeah, your path, there's a lot of opportunities when you're looking at your path that you can end up moving to a different country. But this also talks about your energy is what decides that. It's not fated, it's possible. And if you focus on, like, I want to go to a particular country, can ask Creator, I'd really love to move to, I don't know, let's say Germany. I'm just saying that because I've got German heritage and I hear it's like Colorado. has forests and different things. Let's just say, okay, I want to move to Germany. So can I move to, I'd like to move to Germany, a creator. And then I ask once, and then I start focusing on what can I do to move myself in that direction. And I'm going to start having gratitude for where I live now. And what do I love about the places I live and have lived? That gratitude energy is what draws things to me, not the I want to move to Germany. I need to move to Germany. What if I can't move to Germany? Then there's that energy of pushing it away. Want, need, lack, it makes it harder for those things to come in. We Our energy makes it easier or harder. So, hopefully that helps, but, definitely big possibilities with all this energy. And the 10 of Wands and the Magician being the major arcana one, endings and beginnings. So it's very supported, just we help them help us by where we focus our energy. So hopefully that helps. Too many blessings to you. All right. And then Maria P, you are up for your free reading. Thank you for your donations earlier. And you like a general for you and Wally the next 2 months. All right, we'll do a card for the next 2 months. So this month and next month. So for this month, you do have the Hanged Man. This is about seeing things from different perspectives, allowing transformation and growth, a bit of cocooning, incubating, some growth energy coming in here. And that can feel a little painful sometimes, like when a caterpillar is turning into caterpillar juice. It might feel uncomfortable, but to turn into your relationship into a beautiful butterfly, it is part of the process that comes in here. So this month, the rest of November does feel like that. And then um in December, we do have the Seven of Wands, which is about being true to one's authentic self, shining bright. I like this feeling of being in a bubble and feeling not the need to defend, not ask permission to shine, not, oh, no, just you don't have to shrink, that and it feels like December's an energy where you guys are more maybe more public with the Seven of Wands, because it is like standing up on a hill and shining bright and not worrying about, like, the defending against anyone coming in here, because you have this bubble of protection. So, feels very positive, types of energies that are coming in there, so hopefully that helps. That's what they got for you, Maria. So many blessings to you. All right. And Cat Goddess, you are up at 38 minutes even. At least that's what my shows right now. You want to know what can you potentially expect soon for this month or even going into December? All right. So based on current energies, what would they have you to know here? All right. You have two major arcana here. You have the Tower card, which is the removal of something out of your path, and then something replaces it, but it takes a bit of time for something to move into place with that, with the Temperance, because that is alchemy. It's slow. It's magic that happens, and it slowly is turning to gold, and then suddenly it turns to gold. But there is this something's being moved out, and it's something doesn't move just right back in, whether it's a person or a situation or whatever. It is something being moved out of the way for you so that you can replace it and something can move into that area that is more in alignment with who you are and what you're wanting in life, and where you're wanting to move forward. It blasts things out of the way so that you can move forward on your path to something more fulfilling for you that does fill up you, from the inside out. So I feel like there is that kind of transformation, transition energy that's coming in here. But whatever the thing is that's been kind of bringing in a lot of the, what is this energy? Well, it's a variety of a lot of different things because it feels depressing sometimes. Other times it feels irritating. So, other times I feel angry about something, impatient. But it's like all this stuff, it gets moved out. And then it's like, oh, I don't have to deal with that anymore. And then now I have space for something new to come in. So it feels very releasing, coming in with all that. So hopefully that makes sense. That's what they have for you. So many blessings. Right. And then Aditi, you are up. Aditi Verma. Hello, hello. And you want to get a reading? What's coming towards you? All right, let's take a look. Boom, boom. Two cards immediately showed themselves. Got the Seven of Wands and the Page of Pentacles. There is this energy about of confidence, of stepping forward, of being brought out into the spotlight. And it is a new opportunity that opens up in the outside world. But the Page of Pentacles has this energy of my idea of worth in relationship to the outside world is going to a new level. I'm getting more solid because I'm turning inward and upward. Because that Seven of Wands is about, look at here, I am me, and I'm not going to dim my light and try to be someone else. I'm not going to ask for permission. I'm not going to defend that I'm this way and I'm different. I'm going to be me and everyone can deal with it kind of energy that comes in here. And it is a beneficial with the Page of Pentacles. It does feel expansive and abundant and it draws things to you. But I like this for you. Yeah, I'm not getting a whole lot more coming in right now. I just feel like that's the important um, realization here, that a lot of what is coming in is stripping away things that aren't your authentic self. Things popping up that are making it go, ugh, I don't want to. I feel ugly when I do that. That's not me. That's not me. That's not me. This is me. And I feel like you're going through this kind of rediscovery of who I am and versus what I've been told I'm supposed to be or other people's opinion of who I am. So a lot of freedom kind of energy that comes in with that as well. So hopefully that makes sense. That's what they have for you, my dear. So many blessings to you. All right, Melissa Hodzik, you are up. Dear Zen, by any chance, you want to know, is there any chance for structures in your head to heal physically completely after the accident that you were involved in last week? Any advice? Of course, disclaimer in the description box of the video, I'm not a medical professional. Tarot's for fun, it's our entertainment purposes. So, disclaimer made, check, check. So let's take a look here and see what Spirit says here. So is there a chance? Okay, and they do want this one. And any advice? Maybe two. All right. Can things, yeah. World card victory. Look, there's even like this beam of light coming down upon the head here. But the world card is an ending of an old cycle, the beginning of a new adventure. Was it a bicycle accident? The ending of one bicycle, the beginning of a new bicycle. But there is this ending of this old way of thinking, but or this old way of being and the adventure of opening into something new. So it is very much a yes when we're asking any chance for things to change um, in there. And then the advice around it here, yeah, balance out your fears. You have the Nine of Swords, which is the Nightmare and Insomnia card. The Queen of Swords rules over the sword suit with the Queen of, I'm sorry, with the Ace of Swords here. And the Ace of Swords allows us to see things more clearly, also allows us to cut away thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that don't serve us anymore. Those Nine of Swords are the fears. Doctors saying, well, this is what is, and now this is what normally happens. And we were talking a little bit earlier too, that doctors just give us information and a lot of it is averages or what the experiences have been, but that doesn't mean that's the way it has to be. And the more I shared that, the more I've been in hospitals with friends and family, even, my own medical journey over this last year of looking into heart stuff and, blood stuff, all the stuff that, that you go through. And especially when you hit, later in your life, there's all this belief, well, this is stuff that happens, but it's one of the big things is that it's just information. It's we the story we put to the information is ours. Even if they make a diagnosis, we make the prognosis. Diagnosis is what they believe. With these symptoms, this was what we believe, you have and what's going on with that, right? And um and if you don't want to believe that, you don't have to. This is the Queen of Swords. I get to decide with that Ace of Swords what story I choose. And there's a ton of research that does it. When I focus on my fears, I fear this will happen, or this can't happen, or I need this to happen, or this must happen, then I grow that, and whatever I focus on expands. If I focus on what I am grateful for in my physical body, what I'm grateful for, what I have had, and what I do have, surrender the rest, and then I just focus on gratitude toward the Creator. This brings in positive things and growth, positive movement that brings in um, more things to fear, more lack kind of energy. So hopefully that helps. That is what they have for you, Melissa. So hopefully hang in there, my dear. I send you great amounts of love energy. We surround you, whatever your higher self would like you to experience. We give you and fuel love energy for that, whatever that adventure may be. Beautiful. All right. So hang in there, my dear. All right. I think I just got a donation that came in here. All right. So I'm gonna finish up the free readings, and then Maria P. I see I got your a donation come in, so I will complete that before I finish out the session here. All right. So Toucho Love, you are up. Hello, hello. And you're wondering if spirit can see what Rex is feeling for you. Is Rex wanting to be with you? Yeah, they can see all sorts of stuff. Do we need to know it? That's the need to know basis, right? Let's take a look. So, is Rex wanting, based on current energies that can fluctuate, right? Based on their current energies, are they wanting to be with you? All right. I don't feel like they are sure of a whole lot in their life right now. The judgment card, it's like the higher self calling them, so they feel like they're being pulled into something in their life. They don't know what it quite is yet. With this King of Wands, this is that, what is it that I want? I know what I think people are thinking I'm supposed to want and should want, need to want, blah, blah, blah. But what does my heart want? What is it? And they're trying to figure that out. And once they figure it out in their life, then they will make a plan, put energy behind it, and move forward. But this judgment card is like they're being called to something, not to someone, but a place, an energy in their life of who they want to be, what they want to accomplish, what's my adventure that I want to do. And I feel like they're undecided right now and they're unsure of things. So a decision, they haven't made a decision yet. And usually when spirit gives me that kind of a message, it means there's a lot of different options and choices, that there's so many. It's not just like, well, they could either do this or this. They're like, well, they could choose this or this or this or this or this. And they're like, at some point, it's just becomes ridiculous to try to cover all the possibilities of what their choices would be, because there's so many. We're not even close to making decisions. So they're like, yeah, right now you can focus on how you feel about yourself. Do you want to be with you? How do you feel about you? And because that energy is what, as you raise that, you'll draw someone in that matches that energy. If that's Rex, you draw them in. If it's someone else, you'll be drawn together instead. And so the big thing I feel like for now is for you to focus on not how someone else feels about me, but how do I feel about me? Because My self love, how I love myself, is reflected out into every one of my relationships. So they're all mirrors showing us how we feel about ourselves. So if we feel abandoned, if we feel that they haven't chosen to choose me and they're taking their good old time in choosing me, we can go, "Oh, I haven't chosen myself. I'm taking my good old time in choosing myself too." Huh. There's this mirror that we can look at and go, "Okay, I understand what's going on here." All right. So hopefully that makes sense. Touch of love. That's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. We don't know yet, is the answer, right? But we don't know yet because the space and time you're given is to give you a chance to look at yourself first. All right. So many blessings. All right. Livier Vagara, you are up. And any guidance on the person that you'll be meeting professionally coming in the future. All right, let's take a look here. Or the persons that you'll be. So, professional meeting. Anything about the people here? Thank you. And this one here. Wow. Yeah, very feminine energy, divine feminine. You got the high priestess, the number 2, and the major arcana, and the empress, number 3. Both of them encompassing divine feminine energy. So I do feel like who you'll meet, it's going to be um, female energy that you come across here. One person, excuse me, hiccup, one person very um, nurturing, a very giving, compassionate kind of motherly energy person. And then the other one is a really an intuitive person. Um, Both of them, there's a lot of emotional energy that comes with these here, though. So, I like this because I feel like you feel safe, you feel seen, you feel celebrated, like all these words, um, when you meet them, and that's like, "Finally, this is what I've been looking for." And someone that will protect you, that you feel protected, that you don't feel like you have to protect yourself from. So, I love that energy for you. Hopefully that resonates. You can look for women's owned businesses, right? Anyway, but that's what's coming in for you, Livier. Many blessings to you. All right. And then Violet, you are up at 52:52 is your timestamp. Look at that. You're wondering if Spirit has any news for you in terms of love. Let's take a look here based on your current energies. All right. um, no love for you right now. You got the Hermit card. It's a little bit of alone time coming in here. Just for a little bit. You have the full card, 2 major arcana. The full card is an ending of an old cycle, the beginning of a new adventure, something that's free from restriction, kind of like when a child is born, it looks like, oh, everything is possible. It's a world of possibilities before people start telling them no, 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 and through praise and punishment, whittle down their world of possibilities from this to this, right? And so there is this regarding love. The message is you're having this time to yourself to question thoughts and beliefs around relationships that don't serve you anymore, emotions that don't serve you anymore, energy that doesn't serve you anymore, even physical things that don't serve you anymore. Purging, 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 transformation of all these, um, transmuting beliefs into higher wisdom. But it's all this growth energy that's coming to fruition. And it's a reflective time. And you're like, I've been reflecting for forever, but just a little while longer because this is about letting go of expectations that don't serve you anymore, because expectations are what push relationships away, and or when we get into a relationship, expectations are what suck the life out of it, because we end up focusing on this long list of rules of opinions we're given growing up on who someone is supposed to be, should be, need to be, have to be, what they're supposed to bring into a relationship, how the relationship is supposed to start and progress and end up, and who I'm supposed to be in the relationship and who I'm supposed to be in life. all these rules, it's exhausting, right? So there's this energy of it clears away as we question, really, is that really? No, this doesn't, it's clearing away all these expectations. Because when we have all these expectations, we're constantly feeling like we're behind and we're just trying to do all this work to get up to zero. And so we feel like we're in the negative all the time. When we get rid of expectations, then we feel like we live in abundance because we're not, there's nothing that has to be done. It's all about gratitude, about what we do love and going forward in that, right? And that's what you're given this pocket of time to focus on. And as you raise your love vibration, then that's what speeds things up and draws you two together um, in the future, someone new. So hopefully that makes sense, Violet. That's what they have for you, my dear. So many blessings. Take a quick sip here. Just have a few more to go, and then I'll complete my donation. All right. Show Shaz, you are up. And good morning or good evening to you now. But you'd like a reading. Let's take a look here and see. And for the future, if you want a general reading, can ask for a general. If you have a specific question, just pop it out there, and we get to those as well. You got two major arcana: the 7 and the 8, the Chariot, and the Strength card. This is a wonderful combination. It's a progressive combination because the Chariot card, Cancer Moon energy, that really gives us this clarity that one, it's about movement and action, but it also is an energy of the dark horse, the light horse, the power of choice. And there's like four choices we make every moment, which is the story that we are choosing to put to whatever's going on: higher vibration or lower vibration. Higher vibration rooted in unconditional love and gratitude and joy and laughter, that kind of higher vibration, or lower vibration, things rooted in fear. There's no right or wrong choices as we're making these, just different choices with different outcomes. That's spirit's perspective. There's not right or wrong, better or worse. That's these stories we put to, oh, this means that's better. Oh, that means that's worse. But that's just opinion. We can change that if we want. So we make a choice every moment of the story, also of the emotion that we are going to feel in the moment. No one can make us feel anything. They can make it easier or harder for us to choose higher or lower emotional choice, but ultimately, someone can give me the world, I can still choose a lower vibration. Or someone can give me very little, I can choose a higher vibration, right? So every moment I'm making a mental choice of story, emotional choice of what I want to feel, energetic choice of where I'm going to focus my energy, and whatever I focus on is drawn to me, and whatever choices of physical actions. So all of that culminates, and we create our future and bring it in. The strength card is the sun card. It grows. It's our courage. It's our strength. And this is about once we learn with the 7, the Chariot, that I have the power to choose, then the strength card is us choosing to use it, being courageous enough to use our power of choice to go against the grain of what some people may say is the right way, the wrong way, blah, blah, blah. It's like, from my heart, what is the right way? What is the way that my heart is drawing me? That's the right way. There's no right or wrong, but that's the way that will feel right to us. If we're not following our heart, then we feel at odds, we feel in conflict. So if you ever wonder, what should I do? Where should I go? Blah, blah, blah. And you're having trouble. I tell my friends this. I go, close your eyes, open your heart. What does it say? They're like, oh, okay. And they close their eyes and they're like, oh, I know what I need to do. I'm like, there you go. It's usually that quick and that fast. Because once we close our eyes and get out of the head, our heart is ready to speak, and it's usually speaks very clear on that as well. So that's what they got for you, my dear. So many blessings to you. All right, Mika Khan, you are up. And I will get to your reading tomorrow because it is already almost 5 p.m. here, and I'm sleepy already. So I'm like, I don't want to fall asleep during your reading. I want to give you the best awake reading. So I will do that tomorrow. All right. And you just had a dream. Can you tell me its meaning? All right. Let's take a look here and see um, what they have here. I do also do dream interpretation. If you send me the specific dream, I can even tell you more um, about what symbolism and different things can mean too. But without knowing the dream and just channeling spirit, you got the 10 of Wands and the Knight of Swords coming in here. 10 of Wands is an ending, beginning energy, and the Knight of Swords is an energy of seeking clarity, wanting to grow, wanting to see things differently. And I feel like the energy that was coming in here for this dream, it doesn't feel like it's like someone visiting or, it's some, premonition. This feels like you're processing a change, an upcoming change in your life, and your spiritual posse and higher self and your mind and heart want to use the dream like screen to have us to bring up things for us. Chances are also in your outside world, you're starting to kind of see some things that are bringing up that same energy. Because what will happen um, generally when we have something to process and work through, spirit and our mind and everything don't go, here, look at this. And you're like, whoa. And it, takes us out. Um, they'll more allow us to see things out in our peripherals, and then they'll bring it up in our dream time, and that helps prepare us. And then in our life, we work through it in our waking time. And this feels like what this is, especially the 10 of Wands, which is an energy of, like I said, endings and beginnings, putting a lot of energy. Where am I investing my energy? I'm ready for a change. What kind of change am I looking for? What can I let go of? What can I transform? So it's more of a figuring out kind of releasing of old, allow new stuff to come in, and I feel safer sticking to the old. And so my inner child, if it can see the movies and other people going through change in the outside world, then it will feel more comfortable allowing change in itself too. Because it sees when it sees enough change in the outside world and we see enough change in our dreams, then our inner child goes, okay, change is normal. I'm okay with change. But if it's like, it likes things to stay the same, it likes consistency. If it's used to no change, and change freaks it out. So I feel like that's kind of what's going on here. Hopefully that makes sense. That's what they have for you, my dear. So many blessings to you. All right. And then my last of my free readings, we have Trampzilla. You are up here. And I will also check while I'm thinking about it here. I want to check my comments just make sure no one else made any comments that I missed anyone. We don't want to do that. Okay, there we go. All right, very good. So, I just now saw your comments from Maria and Jojo. Yeah, you guys can make donations because you did. So you knew, you picked up, you knew the answer already. So, yeah, no problem there. Let me just make sure I don't have any others here. Yep, I think that's it. So we will we will look at that. All right. You guys are so funny. So Trampzilla, sorry, your donation, your timestamp is going to include all my jabber that just now, but I hope you enjoyed that. So, will you be moving into Tim's building? You'd like a reread? because going back to an old place isn't an option, and your family in Buffalo is abusive, so your reading kinda scares me. Yeah, it wouldn't be returning to something that's, uh, because you would choose not to. You're not gonna get kidnapped and taken back to somewhere, um, you know so, you don't there's no fear necessary 'cause no one can make you do anything you don't wanna do. If someone asks you to do something you don't wanna do, you know what you say?
This is my last word. No!
So you're fine. Let's take a look here. So based on energies of today, will you be moving into Tim's building? Before it was above Tim, the apartment above Tim, right? Now it's just Tim's building, right? Let's take a look here. Let me shuffle these up. Cards flying all over the place here. All right. Yeah, I don't feel here that you'll be moving into the building. You have a 5 of cups and 5 of wands energy that comes in here. This is conflicting energy. Um it's change energy. The number 5 is a change. So I feel like you're going to be going somewhere different than so Tim's building's a no, but still, but these fives are a change of energy, and um, it's conflicting energy, but that doesn't mean that you're going back to a conflicting place. This is just a balance between the head and the heart a lot, and this is the ability to I'm going to change my energy with the 5 of wands energy, and I'm gonna change my emotions. So when and we talk about this, right? When we're focusing on lower vibration energy and emotions, I am basically whistling at low vibration going, "Come hither, I want more of you." It takes this conscious choice to I'm gonna stop focusing on lower, and I'm gonna start focusing on gratitude. I'm not gonna think about the future, I'm not gonna think about the past. I'm going to take a big deep breath and come back to this moment and just start thanking the creator and the universe. What am I grateful for right here in this moment? Gratitude journals, putting an alarm on your phone every waking hour, a vibrating silent alarm so you don't irritate yourself and everyone else, but it keeps getting your attention back to gratitude. What am I grateful for in this moment? Because the more you focus on that, the more you're going, "Hey, high vibration, I want more of you," and we draw that in. But if the world it drags us out there, especially when we grow up, taught focus on lower vibration, focus on what you want, what you need, what you don't have, what you fear. You know, we're taught to be hypersensitive to what's going on wrong because we don't want to get punished, right? Um, So we learn to change our approach, and then our life changes. That's this fives. You have this 55. Even look up angel number 55. See what resonates for you because it is this energy of change. I welcome new change, new things because I want my inner child wants to go to somewhere where it's safe and normal, which it feels like, you feel like I would feel safe around Tim and in their building, right? But it's like, um, you can question, um, that sometimes our feeling safe makes us choose small instead of choosing larger, right? Um, so hopefully that helps, a little bit with what's happening. But yeah, you don't have to go anywhere because
No!
you can say that to any situation that you do not want to experience. So hopefully that helps, Tramzilla. That's what they have for you, my dear. So hang in there. Many blessings to you. All right. Whoops. So let me put you in here. So, Maria. P, thank you so much for your additional donation. And I'll put you on the little list here. Let me bring up your PayPal. All right. So those three friends are all males, question mark. No women he talks to, question mark. Anything you would like for you to know, a general for you at work this week? I did feel the two were male. The one at work is female, but I feel like it's someone that works in the office and they're the ones I feel like you've met them. Um, because it feels like it's someone at work that he works with, right? The third one, and they know you. Like they've met you. I don't, like they don't know you personally, but they've met you or they've seen you, and so they know who you are. And then when they go, "Who is that?" and they were like, so they shared some stuff with them about who you were, because I feel like they asked several times, "Who was that?" And he was like, "None of your business." And then, "All right, who is that?" Not none of your business. Why are you in my business?" And then they were like, "Well, who is that?" And like, "Fine, they're so and so." Um, and oh, okay, so it's that kind of energy. But the other two are definitely male energies, gambling and hunting energies. They're very masculine energy, but the other did definitely feel female. But nobody like flirty, talky, you know, energy that they talk. He doesn't talk to a lot of women um, about the personal life. Um, so that's why that comes out that way. Right. And then anything that he would like you to know, anything that Walter would like you to know. Yeah, I got this. We got the 10 of Swords and the Knight of Swords. 10 of Swords is I really hate expectations. I really would like to cut away these, um, the thought, all these thoughts, these beliefs, these mindsets about supposed to be, should be, need to be, have to be. They're very restrictive. I'm tired of trying to please everyone else, tell everyone else what to do. I just want to have movement. I just want to be able to talk about life. And this Knight of Swords is, I just want open communication and about talking about what we love and what we want to do, and but not expectations of this is what needs to happen. And this would be what they would want to tell you, if that they could say in a way that would not um you know hurt your feelings or ignite reaction or anything like that, because I feel like they're saying this is my biggest challenge, is fearing that I'm gonna disappoint you, feeling that I'm gonna disappoint people, and that's why I don't share a whole lot with a lot of people, because people judge, 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 judge. Mirror for him, he has himself a big, high bar of expectation, so he has himself. This is all the stuff he tells himself, but then he also looks at other people too, and he wants to get rid of these because he hates feeling that way and experiencing that, right? So, because there's freedom when we can just be and enjoy instead of, and then we talk about that when there's expectations, we feel like we're behind, we're always failing, so much energy just to get up to zero instead of no expectations and everything is abundance and wonderful, right? Which would you rather have, right? Would you rather have all these expectations flying around pooping on your head, or would you like them to go away and walk in paradise instead? All right. Visual. And then a general for you at work this week. Let's take a look here. A general at work this week. Yeah. Wow. I had these two cards come out in another pile together. But we got the Tower card and the Chariot card. And this is good energy, nothing to fear here, even though there's it almost looks like there's, you know, lightning storm and tornadoes. Maybe they're gonna have a tornado drill. You don't live in anywhere near severe weather. If you do, make sure you know where the shelters are. I'm mostly kidding, but it wouldn't hurt to make sure. But the Tower card is about the removal of obstacles, something being removed out of your way to make space for growth, make space for movement. And the Chariot card is again a movement card. It is um, a I'm just sitting in that for a second because the normal energy around that is that you get to choose how you respond to a situation, and how you respond to a situation of something being removed out speaks volumes and allows it's two different paths. If you choose to go, if something gets removed and you're rah, 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 then it goes a different route. If you go, something gets removed and you're like, all right, I understand, the decision to be made or whatever. Um, what alternatives are there? What other options do we have, in going there? Um, just spitballing here, that, is this possible or this possible? Looking at, generating options instead of reacting, right? And it speaks volumes on whatever's going on by someone they don't even realize is watching and going on, and they're like, "Wow, I really liked how they handled that." And it puts you on a positive radar for someone. But, so less reaction and more response from a place of higher vibration is good for you, is available for you. But there's no wrong choice. Whatever you choose is up to you. But that's just they're letting you know that hey, there's this option. If you choose it, there's no judgment if you don't. But I do feel like there is some sort of um, obstacle that is removed out of your way. Um, so hopefully that helps. Yeah, and that no women that he talks to, he doesn't talk to any women personally. It's all either with the dragon around duties and money and blah blah blah. It's not emotional. I mean, it's not uh loving emotional. It's emotional. But not the other. And then anyone else is more business, like at school or their work or whatever they do. It's just business or being polite if it's someone's spouse or whatever. Hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you. Blah 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 blah. But not any um, sharing emotions or sharing secrets or sharing personal life. They're very guarded in what they share. Um, that's why it was kind of surprising for me of these other two guys to reach out to, but it's like they do share emotion with the um the hunter and the gambler, um more emotion with the guy that was the hunter 5 of cups. The gambler's more of a let's just complain about life with each other and our talk about what we're frustrated with. The other one was more just answering. They weren't like, let me tell you all about, Maria. They were like, who is that? What is that? And they're like, well, this is so and so and so and so. It was more that, not deep discussion. The other two, more like I was talking about. So hopefully that makes sense. All right. I think that is everything, everybody. Thank you again for all your patience in getting to your readings. Thank you for the additional donations and all of the love and support. I definitely uh, am excited about everyone's thirst from hearing from spirit. And, um, the more we talk to them, just the more we learn and we get to see things from a different perspective instead of repeating cycles. We can change things and become free. And that's what they want to do. They support us. They love us. They don't really have an opinion about what we're supposed to do or should do. They're like puppies I talk about all the time. They're all like puppies in the back seat. They're just glad to be along for the ride. They don't care where we're going. Let's go. Unless it's the vet. Then they're like, oh God, no. But much, much blessing and appreciation to all of you. Thank you for all the thumbs up. Um, there's giveaways down in the description box. There's talks about all of my personal readings are on sale if you're looking for a personal reading. Have the playlist for my free podcast series, The Easier Path. We talk a lot about my own journeys, um, perspectives of why humans do what they do, from a spiritual perspective, from spirit, why we want to go through the things that we do, and then hints from spirit on how we can make certain things an easier path instead of a harder one. So if you're interested in that, it's all free. You can check that out down there as well. Right. I'm out, everybody. And I'll be back on Thursday. Until then, remember, every second of every day of your life, you truly are eternally and unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you too. So have a blast. Enjoy your week. And I'll see you soon. Much love.